Okay, my name is Bob Romarino. This is Angelo D'Ambrosia. Today we're going to make some orange cream water ice. So I have an orange cream base here. I have some stabilizer here, sugar, and some vanilla ice cream mix. I already have my orange cream and my stabilizer poured into this container here and mixed up. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to pour it into this bucket here. And I'm going to take some water, make sure I get all of this ingredients in. This machine's great. Our machine's great because we have a built-in water hose and valve right here that we can use for anything we need to do with the machine. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add my ice cream mix. Now there's a couple ways you can make a cream ice. One is using ice cream mix. The other is using a powdered dairy product. You can do that also. And I'm going to add also 2 pounds of sugar. I'm going to stir this mixture up. Get it good and stirred up, and go ahead and pour it in my machine. Always keep a bucket under here when you're working, because in case you leave the gate open or you spill any product, it's going to go into the bucket rather than on the floor or on you. We want to get all our ingredients out of that bucket into the machine. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and fill our machine up with water up into the neck. And I'll show you what I mean. When you make Italian ice or water ice, we want very little air in the product. So we want to fill the barrel up with the ingredients, because we don't want to overrun. We want the overrun to be very low, because if we have higher overrun making ices, we're going to have a grainy ice. The ice crystals will get hard and larger than we want them to be, which affects the mouthfeel of the product. We want a nice, soft, smooth product. Okay, so now I have, you can see I filled it up where the level comes up into the fill spout here, about halfway up. Okay. Now, this is going to probably take about 15 minutes to freeze down. So I'm going to go ahead and set my timer for 15 minutes. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and turn my dasher switch on first. That dasher is what's going to turn and scrape the product as it freezes to the wall. And I'm going to turn my refrigeration switch on and push my start button. I'm running at the higher RPMs, okay? About 228 RPMs. I'm not setting my viscosity. I'm going to have to go by actual viscosity of the product, and I will check the product by looking in here and actually seeing the consistency of the product. That's the way I like to make water ice. Now, if you want to do it by setting the viscosity on this machine, you can do that. What you do is you flip this to the set position and then set the viscosity to what you think is going to be the done viscosity of the product. Now, once you find out which products, which flavors are done at which viscosity, you can make a chart and just set the machine for the viscosity for that particular flavor, and you'll know when it's done. Other than that, you do it by sight, okay? So we're going to leave it there right now and see what happens. We're running down, our timer will run down, and usually when you make ices with the machine being warm, the first batch is going to take you a little bit longer than normal because you're starting with a warm machine. Now this particular product that we're making is a little more expensive to make because we're adding ice cream mix to it, because we're making a cream ice, okay? But normally when you make an Italian ice or a water ice, you're talking pennies per ounce in ingredients cost. The gross profit percentage on water ice is usually around 80 to 85% gross profit, okay? Your ingredients cost will vary from 10 to 15% depending on whether you're making a cream ice, whether you're adding ingredients, like sometimes we're going to make a mint chocolate chip next. So we're going to be adding chocolate chips. That's going to increase the cost a little bit. So our gross profit won't be as high. But Italian ices or water ices are one of the highest gross profit products you could ever make in the frozen dessert industry. Because most of the ingredient is water. And water's pretty cheap. So we're going to go ahead now and wait until we're ready to take the product out, and then we'll go on and show you how to rinse the machine and make the next flavor. Good.